he's a builder at heart, clearly. And so his heart and his mind is always churning about how to improve things here on the White House grounds.
Tim Walz. Do you remember this Tim Walz fella? He was going to be vice president had things gone really the wrong way. And he's basically always calling us all racists. A lot of people think he's a flaming homosexual. Anyway, it doesn't really matter to me. But here he is trying to explain that they're taking tax dollars to pay for Trump's ballroom. Completely untrue. And that somehow is the same money that they were going to put into food banks.
They are choosing not to. They are choosing not to. And I can paint any damn picture you want for you. They're paying contractors to tear down the East Wing, but they're not putting money into the food bank that they're setting on. So if there's a sense of frustration in America, it's
lies, 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 lies. Again, Donald Trump is paying for the ballroom and getting private donors to do it. It has nothing to do with the food bank stuff. But you, Tim Walz, could donate more to a food bank. What they always want to do, what progressives always want to do is pretend they're good instead of doing good, right? They want to pretend they're good by saying, I want more of that person's stuff to do what I want with it because I'm a good guy. You know, they do polls on this all the time, and it turns out, we can fact check me live, it turns out that conservatives actually donate to charities and do charity work, something like 90% more than liberals, right? Like, how about you do something? Could you try doing something? And here's a bit more on this ballroom fiasco. Here's Karoline Leavitt explaining a bit about what's going on as Trump builds this thing.
To the ballroom and the Rose Garden patio, is the president looking at any other renovations or significant kind of projects here at the White House?
Not to my knowledge, no. But he's a builder at heart, clearly. And so his heart and his mind is always churning about how to improve things here on the White House grounds. But at this moment in time, of course, the ballroom is really the president's main priority.
Okay, so watch what we're about to show you here, because this is like almost very fine people level dishonesty from Chuck Schumer. So she's asked a question about what he's doing in terms of building, and she says that the ballroom is the priority as it pertains to building. You all heard it very clearly right there. Here's Chuck Schumer yesterday on that exact quote.
Know him. $300 million for his ballroom. In fact, his ballroom says that is his main priority. Can you believe that? You can't make this stuff up.
His ballroom says that's his main priority. You mean Karoline Leavitt said that, but you took the sentence completely out of context? The question was about priorities as it pertains to doing things at the White House, and then you put up that image completely out of context and say that? They lie. They lie, they lie, they lie, they lie. That's what they do.